To look at both your exposures and the threats with regards to cyber. From an exposure perspective, you mainly have your reliance your organisation will have on technology and the information you hold. So with regards to the reliance on technology, you need to look not just at systems but also at data. And if this was to be unavailable, how would it impact your firm? For example, loss of income, increased costs of working, the cost to reconstitute the data, and potentially other losses that may be specific to your organisation. With regards to the information you hold, you need to look at not just electronic information, but also hard copies such as paper files. And this can be sensitive commercial data as well as personal information. This can include liability from third-party claims with coverage for both damages and defence costs, contractual penalties you'll face over payment card information. This can include fines and penalties for not meeting data security standards, but also large losses around assessments from the card brands for things like reissuance of credit cards and the fraudulent costs on those cards. You then have the regulatory issues you can face, both with defence costs and then potential fines and penalties. One issue there, though, is that in many territories the fines and penalties are deemed to be uninsurable because it is against public's best interests. A major exposure you will then face is how you actually deal with the incident and the firms you use. This could have an impact both on your reputation and the total financial cost of the incident. So first of all, you'll want to engage with a crisis management firm. They can help you through the whole process. You'll also want a public relations firm to come in to help you manage your reputation through the incident. And then forensics firms. These can be very expensive and they're there to find out exactly what's happened and importantly who's been affected. You'll then need legal assistance to help find out exactly which regulations apply to you and exactly what your obligations are under those regulations because they can vary between territories. Depending on what your obligations are and what is recommended by the crisis management and lawyers, you'll then probably need to notify every affected individual. This could involve not just the posting or electronic emails, also you need to then set up a call centre to deal with queries that may come in. Whilst you may have customer service call centres yourselves, you don't want to stop your actual business operations by dealing with queries that come in. Scripts will need to be created with the legal firm and the public relations firm, and then you then need to potentially offer mitigation methods such as credit monitoring and identity theft assistance. Another exposure you face is around cyber extortion. This really falls into the previous two categories as it can involve issues impacting your technology but also stealing of data or threats to steal data. And the extortion cover is really there to pick up the cost of the ransom and also to determine if it's actually a legitimate threat.